Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Tombstone Tours. Today I wrap up my visit to the state of Florida with stops at the Florida National Cemetery in Bushnell and at the Tallahassee Memory Gardens in Tallahassee. My first stop is at the Florida National Cemetery in Bushnell, Florida. It's a very large cemetery consisting of about 512 acres. It opened in 1988 and is the final resting place of about 130,000 veterans and their families. First stop is at section 325, where I have to dodge the sprinklers to visit the grave of Air Force veteran Raymond Fernandez, who is better known to professional wrestling fans as the mighty Hercules Hernandez. Raymond Fernandez was born on May 7, 1956 in Tampa, Florida. After serving a stint in the United States Air Force, he began his career as a professional wrestler, appearing as Hercules Hernandez for promotions in Florida and Texas. In 1982, he moved to the National Wrestling Alliance promotion in Kansas City, where he feuded with the likes of Manny Fernandez and the Great Harley Race. Over the next few years, the mighty Hercules became a top star, appearing for many of the major promotions, including Jim Crockett in Charlotte, Mid-South Wrestling in Memphis, and Championship Wrestling from Florida, his hometown of Tampa. In 1985, Hercules hooked up with Classy Freddie Blassie and began a 7-year stint in the World Wrestling Federation. While in the WWF, he performed with such stars as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Hulk Hogan, and the Macho Man Randy Savage. In 1992, Hernandez left the WWF and moved to Japan, where he performed for the New Japan Wrestling promotion until he returned to America in 1994. After returning to America, he spent the final years of his career bouncing around a number of the small independent promotions in the Southeast. He retired from the ring in 1999 and moved back to Tampa. On March 6, 2004, Raymond Fernandez suffered a heart attack and died in his sleep at his home in Tampa. From section 325, I move across the cemetery to section 621 to visit the grave of another professional wrestler, Robert Delroy Wyndham, better known to fans of professional wrestling as Blackjack Mulligan. Robert Delroy Wyndham was born on November 25, 1941. He played football at Odessa High School and at Texas Western University. After serving with the Marines, he played football for the New York Jets during the 1966 preseason, but he suffered a broken leg and was released. It was then that he turned to professional wrestling and soon became one of the top stars, appearing throughout the NWA and AWA territories, where he battled such top stars as Dusty Rhodes, Dick Murdoch, and Chief Wahoo McDaniels. When the top regional promotions collapsed, Blackjack moved on to the WWF, where he feuded with such top stars as Roddy Piper, Ric Flair, and Andre the Giant. Blackjack Mulligan was one of the top stars in professional wrestling for over 20 years, and along with his tag team partner Blackjack Lanza, he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2006. After retiring from the ring in 1988, Blackjack continued to be a popular figure at wrestling conventions and shows, especially in the old Mid-Atlantic area. But as the years passed, Blackjack suffered from a number of health issues. In 2015, he suffered a couple of heart attacks and was in and out of the hospital. Blackjack Mulligan died on April 7, 2016, at his home in Tampa. He was 73 years old. From the Florida National Cemetery, I made my way about 200 miles northwest to Tallahassee and the Tallahassee Memory Gardens. Immediately upon entering the cemetery, I come to the Garden of the Last Supper on the right. Here, we find the grave of Major League Baseball player and manager, Dickhauser. Richard Dalton Dickhauser was born on May 14, 1936 in Miami, Florida. He played baseball at Florida State University, where he was a two-time All-American. After graduating, Dick was signed as a free agent by the Kansas City A's and made his major league debut in 1961. During his rookie year, he made the All-Star team and finished second in the Rookie of the Year balloting. Dick would play a total of 8 years in the major leagues, retiring in 1968. After his playing career, he served as a coach for the New York Yankees from 1969 to 1978 and would succeed Billy Martin as the Yankee manager late in the 1978 season. In 1980, Dick would lead the Yankees to 103 wins, but was fired when the Yankees failed to reach the World Series. Dick was almost immediately hired by the Kansas City Royals and served as their manager from 1981 through 1986, leading the team to their first World Series championship in 1985. Midway through the 1986 season, Dick was diagnosed with a brain tumor and was forced to leave the team for treatment. He attempted to come back during the spring training of the 1987 season, but found he was too weak and left the team for good. 3 months later, on June 17, 1987, at the age of 51, Dickhauser passed away in Kansas City. This concludes my visit to the state of Florida. That's where I'm going to end this video. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to keep up with my travels, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, thank you all so much for watching.